In the classic black and white TV sitcom, The Dick Van Dyke Show, starring Dick Van Dyke and Mary Tyler Moore, there's an episode where their neighbor Millie wants to borrow Laura's award-winning recipe for onion dip. She's reluctant and hesitates in sharing the recipe with Millie, but she does. And Millie makes the recipe for a party she's having just to come to the realization that apparently Laura has left out a key ingredient, and the onion dip is a flop. In this life, we're all looking for the winning recipe for success in our business life, in our personal life, and in our road to ascension. And sometimes we're just looking for a good onion dip. Welcome to Coffee Hour. I'm Stanley Smith. Each week at Coffee Hour, we talk about issues and topics which actually are important and meaningful in our lives. Last week, we had the pleasure of hearing from Guy Levitas, who presented on the topic of affirming and envisioning. And in that presentation, Gyla shared the award-winning recipe for rising in our consciousness. And the first ingredient in that recipe is affirming that we all, being children of God, are entitled and worthy to all good things. The second ingredient is intention, setting our intention that we will realize and manifest all these good things in this lifetime. And the third ingredient is visualization, visualizing that all these things are accomplishing and being fulfilled all around us, and that we can see this happening within ourselves and in the world. And as we mix all these key ingredients together, Gyla suggested to us that we take note of the realization that the alchemy of this recipe is from within and not from without. If we're viewing change and hope from the external things, we're probably on the wrong path, because in fact, this winning recipe is created from within. In the character of Laura Petrie, played by Mary Tyler Moore, I can't think of really a more attractive a character, but at the same time, her character embodied a very unattractive trait, which does seem to be a human foible. I mean, that's the tendency sometimes to hold back or to be covetous of what we have for whatever reason, and it's a very unattractive quality. And we're practicing the opposite here on Saturday morning and in our statewide gatherings, and that is sharing everything completely and fully, and not holding any of the key ingredients back. My grandmother and grandparents frequented northern Wisconsin on summer vacations during the 30s and 40s, and they frequented a restaurant in Indian Ford, Wisconsin, which my grandmother attested to the fact had the best coleslaw in the world. One time she was emboldened to ask the chef at the restaurant if she might have the recipe for the coleslaw. And the chef gave her the recipe fully and completely without hesitation. And my grandmother happily brought the recipe back to Rockford, Illinois, where it was published in numerous cookbooks and was later published in my church cookbook here in Chicago. This recipe has literally gone around the world with my family and has been shared with so many people. It seems like a simple thing, sharing the winning recipe with others so others might partake and enjoy, but it's a very meaningful and edifying experience when we do so. As we continue along on this journey here, we've had many twists and turns, and it's been an initiatory experience of sorts. And in any great secret society, there's always a great initiation and plenty of secrets. Well, we don't have any secrets here in this group, but we all have encountered and experienced an initiation of sorts. The zany things which have happened to us during the pandemic narrative and our particular journey here in Illinois with Connecting Consciousness and our new group of Illinois Bridging Awareness. It's been an initiation in many, many ways, but it's all for the good, because we're rising in our consciousness. We're more awake, and we've gathered more of the key ingredients that we need for a winning recipe. In the coming weeks, we will have Jody Harrington this Saturday speaking on the topic of ascension. And the following week, we will have Michael Edwards talking about humanitarian projects, which actually can be realized. And also, we'll have Michael Kazanjian, who'll be speaking on the topic of common sense versus logic and how both are very, very important in the process of discerning and using reason. Our weekly call is every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Central Time on Zoom. I will include my email in the description of this video if you're interested in learning more about Illinois Bridging Awareness. And if you'd like to join us on the call, I'll be happy to send you an invitation. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.